Good morning. Hey, clear skies this morning. A pretty sunrise. Let's go breathe together. Good. Start with your posture and that straight spine, which is a gentle S curve. Really easy to achieve if you're lying down on your back. Your legs uncrossed and your hands either at your side or in your lap, or if you'd like to place the palms down at the center of your chest, the right hand on top of the left, right at the center where your heart beats. So get comfortable, and if you're sitting up, rock from side to side on your sit bones and then plant them evenly and firmly. Your feet on the floor, hip width apart with the toes pointing forward. And then exhale. Not much came out. So soften your belly and pull the air in through both nostrils and pull it all the way down so that your belly button pushes forward. And then continue filling and expand across your back and flare your rib cage out and continue filling more all the way up to the collarbones so that you're rounded up like a barrel. And at the top, pause for a count of 2, and then let the breath go and let it flow out all the way back down to the bottom. And at the bottom, tighten your belly and push out the last bit of air. And then soften and count to 2 and start the inhale again. Counting your breath, maybe using your fingers and your thumbs, touching your thumb to each finger to a 4 count on an inhale. Pause for a 2 count and spill the air out to a 6 or an 8 count, and then pause for 2 at the bottom. Good. Remembering that you're most effective when you're comfortable, so adjust this count to fit where you are, not only generally, but where you are today, because it does change from day to day. And continue counting and breathing. Good. Well, our bodies are designed to meet the stresses of daily activity, and that's great. And so when we have something in our life that occurs, we end up automatically changing our breath pattern to meet the challenge of the stressor. And that's good, as long as after the stressor has passed, we return back to normal. What's so interesting in today's times is that some stresses just are chronic and they just remain. And so we take charge of our breath and we learn how to release and reset ourselves back down to that position of rest. If we go too high, we're anxious. If we go too low, we're depressed. We don't want to get frozen in either spot. And if we do, we use the breath to release the freeze, thaw it out. One way to do this is by using alternate nostril breathing. Today we're going to do just the right nostril breath. And the right nostril breath is the sun breath. It's warming. And it's the breath that you use when you're too low, when you feel like you need to have some get up and go, as my mom called it, or when you think, oh, I need a cup of coffee to see me through here. And if it goes lower, it ends up in depression. So when we find ourselves in that position of being too low, we can use the breath that's only the right nostril. Practice it this morning. You can block off your left nostril with your thumb and point your fingers straight up to the sky and breathe in, counting 4 on the inhale, pause for 2, 6 or 8 on the exhale, pause for 2, and continue breathing through the right nostril, resetting and strengthening your nervous system. Good. And if you are in a position where you can't really raise your hand up to your nostril, you can focus your attention on your nostril. And just with that focus, you can create a shift in the energy by just focusing on that right nostril and breathing. Good. Continue breathing with this conscious breath and counting and building your nervous system and changing and bringing yourself back to that neutral rest position. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes. So breathe consciously and enjoy the miracle of the breath. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.